Okay, ready to face the Saints at home. They're only 1-7. They are pretty good at defense overall, pass defense. They're not that good at running the ball. They're really not good at pass. I'm sorry, I'm looking at us. We're not good at passing. We're not that good at running, and but our defense is good against the pass, and not so great against the run. They're really good at defending the pass and not at all at the run. And they're mid passing and ranked 30th against the running the ball. So defend the pass and run the ball. And as you can see in the top right there, we had a team meeting. Chuba thinks he can run for 125 yards. We'll see. I don't have. He's basically going to play every down unless he's tired. Um, I did. I did. I couldn't help myself. I tinkered with something real quick. I think if this works out, I might be catching on to what we can do with the playbooks. So um, if they look lost again, then that tells me that I need to not fuck with the playbooks at all. I need to not have a custom playbook. Anyhow, we're 5-3, leading the division. The Bucks lost two in a row, then won four in a row, and then have lost two in a row now. Who else in the division? So you got Detroit 6-2, Bears are 6-2, but they're only ranked fifth. Oh, Niners are 5-2. So really, like the big contenders are going to be, Giants, Eagles, Lions, Bears. I mean, shoot, the whole NFC North is pretty good. Niners, the Rams have seemed to come back a little bit. We'll take a look at the overall standings. Ravens 7-1, and then the Falcons, Saints, Commanders, Cardinals. All these teams here are vying for who's going to need a quarterback. So Falcons, Saints, probably Cardinals. Um, Maybe Cowboys. Yeah, so I think there's a lot of teams that would want a quarterback come up in the draft. Let's take a look at their injury report. So just Mays is out, and then yeah, Kamara out. Starting safeties out for all year. Starting middle linebackers out. Atwell's out. VTN is out. Okay. Take a look at their depth chart. Oops. Okay, looks like they're playing Tyler Shuck. Rattler looked like they were all 68 2 weeks ago when we played them. Jackson, Neal. Yeah, so but they ran the ball pretty well against us. Olave and no, and really Brandon Cooks, I guess. Man, they're not looking that good. They do have some young kids though with potential. Their starting right tackle's back. Clowney. Well, who was that? McKinstry and who else? Griffin. Okay. So yeah, man, it's pretty much. Yeah, I think we just faced them what 2 weeks ago. Yeah, and we beat them 13-10. And then after that, it just seemed like something happened to where our offense picked up a little bit. Although that's actually not true. 30 points, 14 of those were Trevin Wallace. So yeah, I guess our offense didn't do as well as the points would indicate. Trevor Wallace, did make top player of the week on defense for the NFC. An interception, a pick six, and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Let's get her started. Let's go all black. Custom sim playbook. So what I did with this one was I just took the Steelers playbook that we have right now, and I just changed the game plan. I didn't add plays. I didn't take plays out. The game plan the things that I changed in the game plan, I just basically decreased the star rating for things like an empty set on goal line formations and 3rd and 1. Lowered it for 2nd and 1, but just kind of increased or decreased priority of the plays that were already in there. I didn't touch anything. I think I only added one play for 3rd and long, which was a screen pass. We didn't, for some reason, they didn't have one in the game plan. I've heard multiple different things. I've heard that they only take plays from the game plan, and then I've heard that those are just coach suggestions. They don't always necessarily go with the game plan. So I don't know.
This is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. They figure out who they are.
We'll see here though, because if they call an empty set on a 3rd and short and goal line situation, then we'll know that they're not paying attention to the game plan.
We've reached the halfway mark of the regular season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here.
For some reason.
And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here. This second-year passer.
Played well against us.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Also made the Princely starter right edge permanent.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they beat him to the edge.
One will be their backup, first backup to either edge.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Brought in inside the 20. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
On first down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
This is reeled in by Jackson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that brings up 4th and long. Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Probably feels like he owes his guys one after last week, doesn't he? Threw a couple picks, did find the end zone, but his guys around him still found a way to win. Now here's where he's got to be careful, Kate. You can't get it all back at once. Sometimes when you're over-aggressive, it leads to, well, days like last week with a couple interceptions. Got to do your job, and just do your job well.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Young on the play action. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is
Holy
in.
fuck.
And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. And they came in on a rough stretch. 4 straight losses. But things looking better now as they've got this lead. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. That one's incomplete over the middle.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's out a yard or 2 shy of the 15. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Come on, what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd down from the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
Escapes the pocket. He slides down inside the 5-yard line. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Pass play on 1st and goal. Getting out to his left, and he will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Brown with a return here. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. This drive will begin with Hubbard. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Carl Granderson in on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap now to Young. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Young. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
The fuck? They have McMillan out there?
Working inside the red zone.
Oh.
And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up. Young working from the gun. Trying to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
They're doing so
I think
well.
if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Catch is made in close. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
No.
Penalty helps the offense out, but still 4th down to figure out.
Set, so that's good.
They'll run here.
Get the fuck in there. Why does he just hit the fucking ass? He just goes for their ass.
And they get to him just in time. That's a tackle for the stand and a turnover on downs.
Just
right to this fucking ass. He has his whole fucking hole on the left side.
Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
The Saints come marching onto the field. And they were not blessed with the short field they got on their prior drive. This one is a world away as they begin deep on their own side. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And he's only able to
I was excited to see Chuba with this fucking new scheme. He's been injured for several weeks now. He just wants to ass fuck our fucking offensive line.
Playing favorites with the fullback here. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. They'll throw it. That's incomplete left side.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
From their own end zone, and he gets it away. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Panthers football. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Dude, it's week 8. I wonder if I should trade his ass.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And his
We were
effort
getting better
results in
runs
maybe
with our
2
backup.
yards, but nothing more. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. So that's 1 quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. It's a 2-score game early. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this.
Nah, I'll wait. He's got like, what, 3 years left?
We're ready to go in the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. Hubbard again.
Yeah, you fucking heard
He
me.
made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
This is how GM
I think with that
actually
call,
talk.
they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on
This
my
is
watch.
where I
I'll
would go
just
play
get
action,
it all
Bryce.
right here. Now, playbook's
They're
wide open.
they're playing for the run.
Young on 1st and 10.
Throw it, throw it, throw it. Oh my.
And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Hubbard trying this up the... Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up what's
You better
ever in
hope
your
you were
back
down,
pocket for
Chuba.
3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. Yeah, pretty bang-bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
So the nice defensive play,
Okay,
all for
I'm
naught.
thinking screen
Was down
to the
first,
right.
no fumble. Here he is on 3rd and long. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the
Oh
field.
shit.
He's got it deep
Oh my
downfield.
goodness.
And he takes it in.
Wow.
Touchdown, Carolina.
Wow.
The Panthers start to fight back with their first points of this game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this, but this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air, and the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here
Dude, that
comes
was like
the
one of the
Saints
most exciting
offense.
plays I think we've seen.
They didn't
this
add to their
season.
lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside.
Because anytime he goes
And he
deep,
found
I
some
see
running
that
room for a
throw.
nice
I'm like,
gain.
yeah, well, there's it.
Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Incompletion at best.
From the 36.
Well, we need pressure. There you go. There you go.
And the Panthers are there to bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
One of the rookies.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack
I wish
like
there was
that,
a mod that would
creating 3rd and
fix
extra
the
longs,
fucking player
that's
bodies.
exactly how you get it
They're
done.
like 320 pounds.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. He's gonna throw this one. Gets this to Johnson.
Okay.
And they're gonna bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession.
He's getting
Offense
touches,
ready to
so that's
begin
good.
this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Young.
Oh, god
Another
damn it,
turnover.
Bryce.
This time it's an
That's it, man.
interception.
I'm fucking done.
Kool-Aid McKinstry
I'm done
has
with
the
this game.
INT.
Going down the
Dude,
middle,
you have
as you
like
can see, you're giving
twice
him
as
a
many
real
interceptions
chance
as
at making
touchdowns
that
this
pick.
year.
Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
The New Orleans offense set to go now. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory.
I just can't.
They'll get
If
this
Daniel
drive started.
Jones plays
1st and
better,
10.
like this might be the end of the Bryce Young era
They'll come
in
out
Carolina.
throwing. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I just can't fathom why he's bad.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw.
Like
Brought
he's
in
rated
close to the
80-ish.
And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
And you have quarterbacks, a rookie no-namer guy for the Falcons playing better. You
So
have
a
Tyler
big
Shuck rated
self-inflicted
60
error as
fucking
that
8
personal
rated
foul
beta
moves the
for
ball
playing
forward
better.
quite a bit.
Come on, what the fuck?
1st down from the red zone. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but man, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
If he's average,
Carolina about set to go once again offensively.
I don't know, man. I just,
And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that
initial
last
thought,
one. They were only out
I
there
need to
one
make sure
play before they were picked off.
There's
emphasize
kind of a
that
good
initial
chance
thought
right now to
is if he's
see how
average,
risk-averse these
he
guys
gets
are
the
offensively.
start.
A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little
next week.
breather and start this one on the ground.
if he plays just
And
as
he's going to be
bad,
brought down at the 42. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10.
of course, I think I might have to keep Bryson.
They go play fake with
He
Jones.
plays better, but with stupid fucking decisions.
And not a great choice
That
on
hurt us,
1st
then.
down. It's incomplete,
That's
nearly
right.
intercepted, actually. So 2nd down coming up. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Finds Sanders. And that will not be enough for a first down. Third down, 1 yard to go. Here's Hubbard on the give. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Look at him.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Jones on first down.
Oh, fuck you.
Off
Dude,
the
you
mark
had,
there,
you had
incomplete
the
pass.
other guy open, too.
This one misses the tight end. So it's second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, Hubbard. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down. Working from the gun, here's Jones. Stays in the pocket, and it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so that brings up 4th and long. And out comes the Panthers field goal unit. A 49-yarder in front of him here. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon, they're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Right up the gut. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and long for him here. Flush down out to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll run here on first down. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 46. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Shotgun now on third down. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. The Carolina offense headed out now. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
That's good for a Carolina Panther.
From the shotgun, it's Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Not the first time you said his name today, Kate. No surprise seeing him add a sack to this total. The same nose to the football that helped him recover a fumble earlier, well, it aided him in the pursuit of the QB, and he nearly forced a fumble of his own on that sack right there.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. Carolina in punt formation. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. The Saints are going to take over now near the end of the half. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Here's a throw. He's loaded another one up. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So they're left with fourth down here. Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit.
Are you serious right now? Jesus Christ.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from 40 on the right hash. And that one is good.
We can't catch a break.
A little longer, but no problem at all. So at halftime, the Saints fighting to an advantage on the road. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover. This one's at the half with a score of 17-7. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. Josh Allen has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The 49ers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Panther offense headed out to the field. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They run again with Hubbard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Gets this to Sanders. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
You get to that money down, that third down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 65 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Malone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Olave with the catch. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And this one does not go far. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Running back sent in motion. From the 47. This is complete to Olave. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. Running it after the penalty. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 3rd down.
After the penalty, 3rd and a yard coming up. They're going to try to pick it up. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose.
Oh,
Panthers
shit.
pick this one up.
We need it. Oh, come on, Derek. Get faster.
And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. Big man with a big return on the fumble. Oh, man, and he wasn't the only one running, was he? He had a cadre of defenders with him on the field, and the teammates were running along with him on the sideline, too.
It's just so cool to see, Kate. It really is.
Yeah.
It's just picking each other up. Those guys know that these big fellas do so much of the dirty work up front, but when they get the ball in their hands, they try to do all they can to help their buddy out.
First down throw by Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent
I've
gain
noticed
before being brought
we
down.
haven't dropped as many passes over the past couple.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
At the 14-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running with it. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Okay, apparently,
Nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
1st and goal, Hubbard. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Play fake, Jones. He brings it in. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal for Jones. Cut near the goal line.
There we go. There we go.
He has the Carolina touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. This offense ready to get going again now. They still have the lead, but that touchdown makes it a little close for comfort. This drive a chance to get it back up to a 2-score game. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. This finds Smith. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll try and throw it here. Into the hands of Olave. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 2 yards on the pickup. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Back-to-back carries here. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Another carry for him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. 1st down, he takes the snap. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to find his tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And that one drawn up to perfection. They're going to down this one at the 5. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. The Panthers have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he has it up to the 9-yard line before going down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing here, Jones. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Carolina Panthers. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a give to Hubbard. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Hubbard again. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Pistol now for Jones. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense headed back to the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And it's going to be their football coming up. On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. He was looking Xavier Legette's way there. And it sets up 2nd down. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Jones. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Saints are going to have some work to do as they take over. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 21. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down, ball at the 36. Now a give on the counter. And he's able to drive up past the 40. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. The give now out of the shotgun. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. The give to the fullback. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Moving in the right direction, 5 yards there, but still got a 3rd and 9 coming up. Back to throw it. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. The Panthers set to take the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Down. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning for them to use, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones to throw. Finds Sanders. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers trail by a field goal. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, Jones to the air. He finds Sanders. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. And that's a touchdown.
Wow.
The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game.
Nice. Daniel Jones is our starter next week.
You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now outruns their offense to take over. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Here he is to throw. That's going to be caught by Cooks. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Back to throw. Continuing to move past the 45. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Buys time, roll. And they got there in time. He's taken down. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Another try following the sack. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Here he is to cut him deep behind the line.
Oh my God, that fucking hurt.
Panthers pick this one up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply
wasn't
do
looking
too
good
much
for
to
us
help
for
his
this
side.
game for us.
It loosened his hold on
It
the
was
ball
not.
and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
The Panthers get going again once more on offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Panthers pick up the win here. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.
So one thing to consider is, you know, if draft picks aren't looking that great at positions that, like, we really don't want to replace, we don't really need a quarterback is what we need. So Yeah, like I was saying earlier or in the last video, like I would not be surprised if I take 2 quarterbacks within the next 2 drafts. I wonder what Bryce would get in a trade, but I'm not gonna do that till next year. All right, let's see. All right, so Tyler Shuck was looking good, but our defense picked it up. Daniel Jones with 2 touchdowns? I don't remember the last one. What was the first one? He looked pretty good. I'm gonna give him the start. You know, we need wins. We're trying to win here. We're trying to make the playoffs. We're trying to get to the Super Bowl, and then we're trying to win the Super Bowl, and then we're gonna try to keep fucking doing it. I'll keep fucking streaming as long as, you know, I'm having fun. All right, let's go team stats. We had 321 total yards. They had 2 to their 206. Rushing yards, we had 108 to their 104. 213 passing yards to their 102. I'd still like to see more passing yards. Maybe we will with the full game of Daniel Jones. And I couldn't tell you why Bryce is struggling. I really couldn't. It's just odd to me. But hey, it is what it is. Man, he went into the game, what, halfway through? Or he got almost as many yards as Shuck did. Chuba with 51 yards rushing. He said he would do, or we said he would do 125. He's another one. I don't know, man. I may just fucking bury him on the depth chart. I have no idea why players who are rated high aren't doing that well for us. So, David Sanders, and that's just weird. It just seems like players that aren't rated that high seem to be doing better than ones that are. I'm really glad to not see as many drops, man. That is good to see. Yeah. I don't know what caused it. Oh, McMillan had. Wait, so the touchdown was McMillan, and I thought that was Bryce. Yeah, that was the Bryce one. Right before he threw an interception, there was that one. Mickey with another sack. Oh, 2. Man, we had some really good tackling here. Wow, look at all those TFLs. Princely proving me right by getting a start. 6'5", 330, and he looks like a in shape Jadavian Clowney out there. Okay, I like seeing it. Bane got a fucking sack. Alright, let's check out the highlights. Oh, dude, I want to see this. Okay, look at that. Where would you go if this was you? I just, why? Dude, why? I don't understand it. Bam, and you have literally 3 options, and you chose the wrong one. You could have snuck it a little bit to the right and gotten in. You could have went to the left and gotten in. But no, you just went straight for them. Like almost like you wanted to hit. You wanted to basically break them up. You were a jealous doggy, and you saw fucking mommy and daddy hugging, and you're like, nope, I'm getting in between. Motherfucker. I want to. Oh, is this the one? Yeah, I'm willing to bet. Who was it? I think it was Ransom that was on that one. Oh no, he didn't get. He didn't get tied up at all. He just got beat. Oh, he slowed down. What the fuck? You slowed down, bro. The Madden gods made him slow down. Nice, Princely. Yeah, that's a kid that should be 6'5", 330. God, I fucking hate that. I tried looking to see if there was a mod that fixes it, and there was nothing that I could find. Maybe I need to keep looking. Now see, this was clutch. This was a nice play, Bryce. But unfortunately, one good play sandwiched in between bad plays, it just isn't going to cut it for me. That was fucking clutch. I like seeing that. Okay, I remember that one now. Oh, you know what? Who we haven't seen give up a sack is number 59, bro. Let's watch Ted on this one. Okay. So he goes, fakes outside, goes in. Just, yeah, good play. Who's he beat? McKinstry? You know, I think that move from Horn to second string corner has really helped. This was a nice play. Yeah, I like this one. Oh, yes. Good to see. Alright. I'll cover it. I don't think there was any injuries. But you know what I want to see? One more thing. I want to look at... I need to start paying attention to this. Their second receiver. Okay, so... Or actually be their first one. So yeah, he did get some touches. I don't know against two, though. Alright, I'm liking it. Okay. I'm liking it. So... But we'll continue to assess. You know, maybe part of the problem was Bryce. I don't know why. A little early to say. No injuries. Let's take a look here. All right, we're gonna face the Cardinals. Ooh, they're 1-7. Game of the week apparently. Week 10, and we're 6-3. Okay, they're 5-4. Okay, so they're really good at defending. Wait, yeah, really good at defending the run. The pass, sorry. Mid at defending the run, and they're decent on offense. I'm glad to see we're getting our defense back a little by little. How'd the Steelers do? Where's the 4-4? So they were 4-2. Now they're 4. What the fuck? They were kicking ass. Oh. Partial ACL tear. All right. Well, that actually helps us. If they lose, we, and I just we get. I'd like to get a quarterback without having to trade up.